have no sympathy for anybody. You get what you deserve. Wherever it is that you are in life, that's your bed. Sleep in it. I don't care where you were born from. I see immigrants coming over here every day from third world country, outworking you, outpacing you, and making you look bad. I don't care about your reparation. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against this.
You hear people talk about, how immigrants come over and do so well. When you hear somebody going with that narrative, that's Tether talk.
Oh, they said Tariq Nasheed was firing shots at Anton Daniels. I don't know why. Shout out. I like both of them, so I don't know what the beef is, yo. Mic check. 1, 2.
Talk about black fatigue. And the original definition was in favor of black people tired of systemic racism from the dominant white society. But now what we've seen is whites have flipped that narrative to fit their own justifications of being tired of black violence, black crime, and everything black people are doing negatively to affect even the lives of white.
Was that nigga just holding the gun up random?
White people in the United States of America. Some blacks have also commented on their frustration with black fatigue as far as black on black crime is concerned. And another popular black creator who's giving his idea on the subject is none other than Anton Daniels. Now, I know Anton Daniels as a creator. I've spoken with him on the phone, and I can honestly say that now he's a much better YouTuber than me. And another person who is bigger than me on this platform.
Yeah, shout out to Anton.
Both of them. Yeah.
Anton be grinding.
Yeah.
So do Tariq. Tariq grinds in a different way. His independent fame goes so much deeper.
No doubt, because he on his pro-black.
Right, and he been at it since the 90s, so he got a real ingrained. It's just him and the camera.
No doubt.
Shit, half the time you don't even see him. You just hear that nigga. He dropping around his house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I wonder why they beefing or why the brothers can't get it together, man.
Different. I get it now. The different ideologies.
Let's hear it.
Platform is Tariq Nasheed. Both of these guys command different audiences, although predominantly black audiences. Tariq Nasheed has been around for many years, and Anton Daniels is kind of on his way up. Tariq Nasheed holds the dominant society accountable for racism and also focuses on restoring the cultural values of what he considers it to be hashtag FBA, aka the former African American or historical Negro community, while Anton Daniels holds blacks accountable for their own mistakes. Now, Anton Daniels can be seen as an individual that is doing things to get a larger white audience. He's appeared on Dr. Phil, he's appeared on Fox News, and he would seem that although his audience is predominantly black, he might be a person that is saying things about the black community that some of the whites want to hear but are afraid to say.
I don't get that from Anton.
Like Conan or bowing down.
I don't get Conan. I just get from Anton. I get just no nonsense.
Yeah, he stand up.
You know how you got an uncle or your father, your grandfather,
right? Get to you straight from the hip.
From the hip.
Yeah.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. All that other stuff. Like you gotta respect it. Whereas Tariq is a lot more black first.
No doubt.
Don't matter that we right.
Yeah.
You black, you right, and we talk about it later behind closed doors.
Yeah, but that's not a good perspective.
I can't agree with that. And I do. It doesn't prevent me from listening to Tariq, but I take that into account when I'm hearing the stuff he's saying.
You have to.
I'm like, no matter what, he gonna go.
You have to decipher.
Yeah, he gonna go the black way. And I respect it. It's just not how I think. I'm a little bit closer to Anton's line of thinking. But
no doubt.
Continue, O'Shea.
He ruffles feathers by saying some very, very interesting things.
With Americans, but specifically, let's just talk about black people, because I noticed this thing. Black people don't really unite until they can find a European enemy. Black immigrants don't respect people that are traditionally born in America. Especially black people that were born in America. They work relentlessly, eat, sleep, grind, hustle, and go and get it.
Yeah, they don't understand what the fuck is wrong with us.
Right. We lazy.
They don't understand. I mean, and that's where I'm torn. Like, because I'm quote unquote FBA, I'm a black American. I understand what the fuck is wrong with us. That doesn't make us right.
No.
It doesn't make the intern actions right. But I do understand how we got to where we are. When black people come from another country and shit, they like, nigga, you over here in America.
And been here?
Fuck is wrong with you? Why y'all not all rich?
Right, you with your hand out?
I thought everyone was Jay-Z. Where is Jay-Z? I'm looking for. I need to see the Jay-Z because you are not the Jay-Z. I came here to meet the Jay-Z.
Don't, man. Don't.
Where are the Jay-Z? I didn't know to come here. I'm sorry. I get better at it the more I do it. That's why I kept doing it. I'm sorry.
Right, don't.
But yeah, they don't get it. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you niggas? Y'all right here in the land of milk and honey.
Right. Go get it.
And y'all fucking off.
Better hustle.
Niggas has been here. They got all kind of problems and generational wounds. Their minds is fucked up. We watch Martin Luther King get bit up with dogs and shit. Mama on drugs. Everybody fucked up. Right. And they just, the chains that African Americans now deal with are all mental. No, they are for us to unravel. Sure, most of them. They are for us to unravel, but we ain't doing it. We having a tough time with it. And people that come from another environment don't get it. They don't understand. They don't know. Plus, they kind of niggas here in America, we really are not with the establishment. Meaning when people come here from an African family, not even African, Korean, wherever. We talking black. We talking about black. Okay. And African families' values are more closely related to American whites than it is to American blacks. And it's unfortunate. Meaning some structure, a mother, a father, the fucking, you understand what I'm saying? Okay, fair. Dinner and school and shit like that.
That's a fair assessment.
They're more like,
I was gonna say they're closer to their own culture when they come here.
No, I'm talking about structure and family values and all that type of stuff. I'm with you. Because it's still intact.
Yeah, in most cases,
we've had that ripped up from us. Yeah. Those values. Yeah, like I said, it's up to us. Now, I'm not putting the blame. I'm just saying why. Right? You know what I'm saying? So we've had those sort of nuances inside of our culture torn apart. The people that we look up to are rich. That's it. They can be morally bankrupt,
no doubt.
But as long as they rich here in America, that's all we looking up for.
Yeah, the money.
Right. And the thing about that just shows A and Z, not the steps it takes to pull this off.
Right. They don't see the grind or the hustle, none of that behind.
No. You just see, I'm poor. I want a Bentley.
Right.
It's
that simple. By any means.
It doesn't matter. As opposed to instilling the values and the steps that it takes to produce those types of fruits. You know what I'm saying? And coupled with the fact, a lot of immigrants, particularly black immigrants, we meeting the motherfuckers that's rich, that's coming from something, nigga. We not meeting the big belly starving Africans. Nigga, they're not gonna make it here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So these are people who are coming from a lot of the fucking. It's a lot of. We think it's funny.
Ethiopians.
We think it's funny when they start talking they Princess and Moon the story, but a lot of niggas do come from something. If they made it all the way here to America, they probably came from something in their country.
Some.
And they like, I don't know what's wrong with you ghetto ass niggas. I don't know who you for this.
Sure, man.
So when they finally get over into America and they see the opportunities that's presented to them over there, it ain't nothing that Americans can do. You trying to figure out how to work 40 hours and then go to sleep, and you can't even wake up in order to get to your job that you work from home for. You can't even make the meeting on time.
Is he lying?
Well, African will fucking stand out that bitch. African don't give a fuck what he got on.
We seen it.
He don't care nothing about the clothes and the fat, the shit. The niggas is worried about that little fuck no.
Yeah, but if you start from the bottom,
walk to that job. What I don't have a car. All right, well I guess I got to get up early, nigga, and start walking.
And be stinking.
Niggas don't.
Hate to say it, man.
Shout out to the natural Africans, brother. But, y'all can learn some stuff from us. All right, but yeah, it's just it's a different. They see an opportunity where we see none. That's why I tell you, not you, but that's why I try to preach to people. It's all about perspective.
No doubt.
It's all about how we in the same exact place, same circumstances, same skin and everything. It's how you look at that shit, nigga.
No doubt.
And so much of our destiny is predetermined in our minds, not for real, in our minds, that, we just, it's like the little dog, it's like the elephant they raise on a little string. The elephant grown now.
Right, still the little string.
Get your ass over here.
Yeah.
You like, how the fuck is that elephant?
Still abide to it.
Never knew no better. His mama ain't know no better.
The mental chains.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. I'm gonna shut up, y'all. I know y'all want to hear me talk. You're trying to hit a video. Here we go.
This is one of his most popular clips in which he's talking about how immigrants are really taking over positions in America, especially from blacks. And he names two categories of immigrants, Africans and Caribbeans. Okay, these people are coming over from third world nations, while African Americans tend to be apathetic, #FBA. And so these are the people that are beating blacks to the punch, while blacks are complaining and not doing very much. Then he made a very controversial statement about this.
I have no sympathy for anybody. You get what you deserve.
Wherever it is that you are in life, that's your bed. Sleep in it. I don't care where you were born. I don't care where you come from. I see immigrants coming over here every day from third world countries, outworking you, outpacing you, and making you look bad. I don't care about your reparations. Listen, I don't care if you ever get it. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against it because it's going to up my dollar and make inflation go out of control. And so I don't want them to pay you. I don't want you to have nothing. Don't give these motherfuckers nothing. As a matter of fact,
and see, and people hear stuff like that and take them on.
No, Tariq Nasheed hit stuff like that.
Some people, he ain't the only one, because I see the comments on Anton. It's always a certain measure of people, a certain quality of people that come on there and be like, "Oh, you coon, you must."
But would you call that cooning right there?
No, he just wants some real shit.
He just wants some real shit right there.
Now I'm not as hard lined as him, but I get where he coming from. Though.
If you want it, you better go get it.
Like it's all right here, and he giving up nice raw information, and some people ain't ready. People let their feelings prevent them from taking the jewels and dropping.
No doubt.
We gotta get over that shit. But anyway, go ahead.
Not only do I not want you to get nothing from reparations, I think that they should tax you for breathing.
Now he said here
God
that
damn.
reparations is something that even blacks.
Now fuck that. I still think we are owed reparations. Are we gonna get them? Probably not.
Probably not.
But I think we.
But I don't know how. But yeah, do I feel like we owe that?
I mean, everybody else
built the goddamn United States.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna get that. I ain't sitting around waiting for that shit neither. It's fucking because niggas, as Dave Chappelle once said, niggas just gonna buy Newports and fucking weed, bullshit sneakers.
This new baby, this my baby. I just bought this baby.
Don't deserve. And I remember when this first came out, it was a big statement. Everybody was talking about it, and many folks don't agree, including myself, right? And I've talked to Anton Daniels privately because I do know him about some of these things we're talking about today. But this next video is even more important.
And then we had the panel on Monday night where I basically said that white people are starting to get fed up, and that is the whole premise behind Black fatigue, is that nobody wants you to continue to play victim for the rest of your life. They tired of being held accountable for things that their ancestors did. They tired of you blaming all of your failures and the things that you weren't able to accomplish on white people. They're tired of you sitting there saying that you're a victim every single day, regardless of what your circumstances, regardless of what you've been given.
So he talks about black fatigue. And here he was reacting
That's crazy. We just did a show on that yesterday.
We did.
to a video, which is his more primary mechanism of content delivery now. And he's saying, listen, the lady on the screen that was talking, all these blacks are making mistakes, and it makes it more difficult for me when I go outside because now I'm judged along with the rest of you, and that's messing up my image, and I'm also tired of that. Okay? And I think to certain points, many of us as African Americans have felt at least that way maybe once or twice in our life. I remember one time.
For sure. Anybody who ever said this why niggas can't have shit, that's what we mean.
That's what he mean.
Can't have it.
It's like God dang.
Making us all look bad.
Right.
Again, I used to work at a pretty large corporation, and somebody gave me the comment that, you're not like the other blacks that I know. And I was young and didn't know any better and took that as some level of compliment. Didn't know that was disrespectful until I got a little bit older. But
see, is that should have been the question of the show, nigga. Is that a compliment or not? Because
depending on where it's coming from, how you take it,
how it's put. Because you gotta look at it like this.
You're not like the other ones, like the other Negroes that I
right. But then in your heart and your mind, you right goddamn right.
Right. Not these niggas. I seen them. I just seen them over
but
there.
I'm his though. That's the point.
You are.
I'm his though.
Dark Mark.
Don't get out. Watch your mouth.
Slap shit.
That's what it is. Black people sensitive. We got some problems. Niggas is tender. Niggas is hurt.
I mean, they tender, man.
Niggas is tender. Niggas egos are already bruised. People come out the womb feeling like less than. You've been told you ain't shit. You a slave your whole fucking life.
Your whole life, man.
And so that's why niggas everything.
Yeah, but if you easily swayed over the person's words, son, you could be easily manipulated.
For sure. Listen, I didn't say it was correct.
Dang.
Nor did I say that my personality is without flaws.
No,
I'm just saying, motherfuckers It's sensitive.
They got a chip on their shoulder.
You saw the shit with Tasha K flipped out on Megan Thee Stallion because
the girl said, "Let's see that black foot, right? See that black foot,
right?" But he ain't call it black.
Right.
But that's what she heard.
Yeah, he called her a B.
Right, he called the B word, and he heard black B. I mean, she heard black B. That's what I'm saying. Black people are we're very, very, very
touchy.
sensitive.
We touchy.
We touch it. And should we get over it? Yes. But then you also gotta say we've been through some shit. Nigga, don't act like niggas ain't been through nothing.
Yeah, but don't sit here and say, they coming over here and taking out good jobs.
No,
you don't want to work.
I say that, you niggas don't want to work.
They don't want to work, man.
They
don't want to hustle.
We worked out, nigga. We already worked.
Can't tell.
You need to give us some shit.
What?
But that's what niggas have taught their kids.
Right.
Better not work. The motherfuckers work you to death.
Nah, that ain't what it is.
Better not work, nigga. Better shit. Black people are the only people that brag about not doing shit at their job. Shit down there. Y'all get you a job down there. We don't do shit, son. We chilling, son.
That's real talk.
We don't do shit, son.
That's real talk right there.
Come in, we do that, and then after that, we just go upstairs.
You know, and smoke cigarettes, shoot dice.
The next one come out, son. We be good. Nigga love a job like that, yo.
Chill, man. Spend that.
All right, here we go.
Something happened on Tariq Nasheed's show one night. A caller called in and asked a particular question.
Hey, do you know Anton Daniels?
Tariq Nasheed then responds with this answer.
No, I kind of seen like some thumbnails of him or whatever. I haven't really watched this joint though.
Is he a Tether?
I think he is.
Man,
he not. Anton is regular black. Yeah. He regular black. He from Detroit. His mama from down south.
I think he is because I know he said some little slick shit about me, which he's just clout chasing. But
and see, although I dig Tariq and a lot of stuff he's saying, he's very manipulative with his words.
At times, we've seen.
As soon as you don't agree with him, you must be a Tether.
Right.
You must be something
right
else.
or something. Right. You an agent or something.
And FBAs don't never do this. Unfortunately, FBAs do all kinds of shit.
No doubt.
Now, in general, there's some things we don't do. But to exclude and just say there is a code, I feel what he's saying. He's trying to create a code. But that's the problem. We ain't got no fucking code, nigga.
Yeah, we ain't got no laws, lawlessness.
No, it's straight lawlessness. Yeah. So and Tariq will make it sound like, oh, that must have been some Tether. That must have no. It's regular niggas doing all types of
no leadership.
Yeah. But here we go. I feel like Tariq lives in an idealistic black world. How it could be. You know what I'm saying?
He's a Tether or he a Jesse Lee Peterson nephew or something.
Yeah, but I think he's like a secret Tether because some just his vibe and some of the little slick. But yeah, and I'm not trying to give him no clout, but yeah, I think he's a Tether. Yeah, I think and we got a lot of that. We got a lot of these.
You think if Anton heard that, he ain't gonna clap back?
For sure, that's a come up. I don't know who bigger, but either way,
right. Either way, he ain't got no problem with it. Right, very boisterous. The brother ain't got no problem
for that tomorrow because I'm sure some shit coming.
Something coming.
Little undercover Tethers out here. We got a lot of them, family. That's the thing. We got a lot of these undercover Tethers. When you start seeing people, because I know that dude was talking against reparations, and he also was talking about how. I saw a clip where he was talking about how immigrants work so harder than us, and that's Tether.
He then also says,
and that's what I'm saying. Is that true or not?
You asking my opinion?
I'm asking, speak the truth, nigga.
I don't think so. Do I think Anton is a Tether? Do I think
do immigrants work harder than native black people?
9 times out of 10, yes.
Hell yeah.
They come here, they want the hustle. They want the grind.
Everybody work harder than niggas.
Yo, we seen it. We did a joint, we did a podcast on the Thanksgiving and turkey giveaways and the projects in Queens.
The migrants was the first ones.
The migrants was the first ones in line. The lady was sitting on the bench like, we usually get down there about 9, 10 o'clock to get out. They was out there 3 o'clock in the morning to get the turkeys.
They hustle harder, son.
They hustle harder, baby.
Step your shit up. Step your shit up. You gotta respect it.
Gotta respect the hustle, baby.
I think. See, another thing that is, once again, as much as I like Tariq, I'm sure if I was, a bigger YouTuber and he saw this, he'd be mad. But I don't. I think he's doing us a disservice by separating us from other black people around the world. I do think we are a unique ethnic group. I think we've been here long enough. We are our own thing. But to separate us from the global diaspora of black people is a mistake.
From the global what, son?
Diaspora.
You pronounced that correctly, son. You sound like Dr. Omar Thompson.
Don't get me started. Am I going through the nigga shit, or you want me to speak like I got some sense? Anyway,
I want you to speak like you got some sense.
I think separating us from that is a mistake because we weaken ourselves.
No doubt.
Whenever we break it down into smaller and smaller groups, we weaken ourselves. Now, I understand his idea that people from other places come in and try to jump on our bandwagon. As soon as shit go wrong, they flip-flop.
Right.
True. Our identity should be respected. We should wave our American flags and FBA flags and recognize who we are. But to not work with or consider or even to have petty beef and bickering with other types of black people, I think it's silly. I think it's silly because the rest of the world see us all.
But son, that's what it's all about: conquer and divide, son. The strength of numbers.
I think Tariq is contributing to that.
I believe it,
and whilst I believe that while still hearing his
what's
points,
the difference between him and Anton? You don't think Anton is doing that also?
No, Anton wants to get it how you live it. Anton don't give a fuck about race.
Yeah,
that's not part of his thing.
It's about economics.
Yeah. He don't give a fuck.
To get to the bag.
I watch Anton down there every day. I rarely hear him talk. Like, I'm not saying he against black people.
Okay, but you don't hear him talk a lot of race shit.
No, fuck no. He don't give a fuck about that.
This.
When you hear people talk about, how immigrants come over and do so well, when you hear somebody going with that narrative, that's Tether talk. Yeah.
Now,
and that's what I'm saying and that's what I mean. To immediately dismiss that as Tether talk is to ignore the solution to our fucking problem.
Yeah, but who won't get to the bottom of the solution?
What I'm saying is Tariq is a very strong orator. He's a strong speaker.
Fair enough.
If his message was learn from our brothers in the motherland while still maintaining our identity, I think that would be a lot more beneficial than fuck them, they just tethers, they don't know this, that, and the third. Yeah. Dude, there's so many things they're doing and ways that they're moving that we could fucking benefit from. And it's a lot of stuff to...
We got a lot of deep-rooted shit going on with us.
Yeah, I know, but if we were to move more like some of the tethers on a lot of different issues, we'd be in a lot better place. Are you denying that or not? If we thought education was cool, like so many of the fucking tethers, we'd be in a better place.
Right.
If we gave less of a fuck about designer bullshit and all this other stuff and just wore some fucking sandals and got your money up, we'd be in a better place.
Son, we indoctrinated into something else, son. Our mindset is completely, like you said, even just TikTok. TikTok here is not like TikTok in China.
No, I can't be, nigga. They know better.
You look at TikTok here, they got all the dances and all the violence. On TikTok over in China, man, they teaching the kids mathematics,
I don't
science.
Think you can twerk in China. I mean, I don't think you can twerk.
You think they got no ass?
Tariq Nasheed says that Anton Daniels is a tether. From what I understand, Anton Daniels is #FBA. He's from Detroit, Michigan, and he's been from that area for a long time. But the question is, does Anton Daniels have valid points about the behavior of people in our community? The answer is yes, right? We got to be honest. There are things that Anton Daniels talks about that are definitely uncomfortable truths about African Americans. Okay? Now,
Jay Jen says something interesting. It's not silly when the actions are not reciprocal. It is true that in a lot of instances, we are used by immigrants. Shit. The ability for a lot of people to come here, we fought for.
No doubt.
Africans, Americans enabled that to happen. I'm just saying to dismiss black people from other places that may come with jewels, different attitudes and mindsets that we have forgotten.
Cultural differences. Things
that have been erased from us. I don't think it's bad for us to reconnect with some of those things. I think it's it's not smart for us to separate ourselves from that. You know what I'm saying? You missing something.
I understand that, but can we though? As people, natives of,
we can't even get along with ourselves here. I'm trying to connect to Ghana and shit.
Right, nigga. So you talking about connecting?
Niggas don't like motherfuckers from cross town.
Right, they don't like from across the street.
Here's the issue that people will have with somebody like Anton Daniels. It's the overexhaustion of criticism coming from him, which what people will believe that the reason why he's doing it is because he's trying to clickbait somebody, or he's speaking on the behalf of other people, a larger, broader audience, or he has some level of intention on doing so, right? Which that I can't prove as to what his real intention is. I just know that he has these, I just know this is his content style. It's always been like that. But on the other hand, is a brother like Tariq Nasheed important? Absolutely. Tariq Nasheed will point out the historical situations that whites have caused towards blacks, and that white people cannot absolve themselves from the things that they have done to blacks, and a lot of the things that whites have done to blacks because of the environments that whites have created for blacks to live in. And we can see that this is everywhere where slavery or some level of apartheid system was, okay, or is, okay? Let's look at South Africa. South Africa did not have slavery, but they have some level of apartheid. Mind games, treating blacks bad, dehumanizing them. After the whites have not lived in the country, the psychological damages and effects are there. All right, and South Africa is one of the most dangerous countries on planet Earth with a lot of black on black crime. We can look at Black Brazil. Is it the same there? It's probably even worse. All of that psychological damage.
Yeah, anywhere that had serious slavery. Mm-hmm. I mean, what colonial? This what happens when you dick people around for a few hundred years and say
psychologically.
They say forget about it. That. My bad, son. My bad.
Right. Nah, that's real talk.
I'm sorry about the beating and the burning and the my bad.
Right.
But y'all all right? You good, right?
No.
You good? You all right? Go ahead, get on your feet, man. What's wrong with you?
That's not funny.
It's the truth. That's what they're asking of us.
Right, but that's not funny though.
But that's what I mean by I understand, although it's not right. Like I get it, but we gotta get up off that. We gotta see it more clearly. We gotta understand the trap. But I understand the trap has been set. Nigga, don't act like it ain't no trap.
Yeah. You see Black Brazilians at the bottom with a lot of self-hatred, if you want to call it like that. It is a part of that system. The United States is similar. Okay, so on 3 different continents, we see 3 different situations, but similar, not necessarily the same, and blacks behaving in similar values. Now, I understand that we need to hold each other accountable, which Anton Daniels talks about, and that's needed. But also at the same time, understanding the other part of ourselves and who also created that is also powerful. So who's right with Tariq Nasheed and Anton Daniels? To be honest, they're both right, okay? And that's where the issue is. Yeah, on one hand, if you're Tariq Nasheed, people will call you a grifter. That's what they're gonna say. All you do is talk about the white man. All you do is talk about this or that, right? Like you're just basically pimping the community or whatever. Anybody who talks real black like that, it could be him, it could be people like Dr. Umar or myself, Jason Black. Anytime you're telling the truth about what happened to black people, then you are a grifter. And then you're a race baiter. Then if you're Anton Daniels or Jason Whitlock or people who have harsh commentary about blacks and what blacks do, or
Raccoon,
even like Candace Owens, then you're a race traitor, because all you do is do this so that you can continuously bash blacks to get a bag or to get views or to get whatever the case is, and you never criticize the white man, quote unquote. But to be honest, I've been called both.
Yeah, and I don't get that from Anton. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. My beef with Tariq is that it's no space for objectivity to look at something just objectively, not just
like you say. You have to.
You got to know that
in your mind. Yeah,
you got to know that going in when you're dealing with
a race baiter. I've been called a race traitor, and the reality is one part that is missing from us and the black community is the extreme levels of accountability. We do have to be accountable to each other, but we also didn't get to where we're at by ourselves.
Goddamn right. All right, we're gonna cut it off right there because I still got a few things to do. All right, let me know what you think. Please weigh in on this conversation. This was kind of a serious one. I don't know which channel this is gonna go on, but thanks for hanging out for that.